What is going on here? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today is the day that a lot of you guys have been asking for, actually, and I always seem to try to meet your guys' desires, your wants, and this one's been a new fad catching on here. Garage tour. Now, before we get this one started, I do want to specify that I'm sure some of you guys are probably expecting a garage tour of all of the best does-it drift vehicles that I've reviewed and me stashing them away. And I do assure all of you out there that thought that did exist. However, I've had to sell off probably like $5 to $6 million in my high-end drift vehicles in the last month just to keep the does-it drift thing moving without having to buy any shark cards of, hey, I can help you make money. Hey, thank you for doing that, you know, but I don't have a lot of time to play this game as it is. However, you know, Yoku Takamiya here, no Black Sheep TV, we got drift vehicles laying around, alright? And that's exactly it. We had drift vehicles laying around. I have numerous different houses, numerous different garages on this account, and I found numerous stock vehicles, almost a full 6-car garage worth. And that was when it really spurred to me. I said, alright, it's time to make a garage tour. But not only just your normal garage tour like everyone's doing. Let's actually put together a garage of stock vehicles or semi-stock vehicles that you can pick up on the street for free. You can put a tracker on them just by parking them in a garage like this. And past that, you got yourself just some insurance and your upgrades to do it into drift spec. And most of the vehicles that you can get on the street are quite affordable. Most of them are 200K and below. So that means you can have 6 cars for technically probably under $1 million, all decked out and good to go. So this is bringing in a new series. Not only am I giving you the garage tour today here, which we're going to take a quick look at right now. You can't go out on the street without owning a Schwarzer. You got the V12 here, very nice seats. You got the roll cage in there to really give the drift feel, and she's just a real nice vehicle all in all. Cigarettes in there. We don't smoke. That's from the ladies actually. Smoking ladies, pun intended. And of course, like I said, you can't go in this game without having one of these beasts in your garage. Next on the list is the Karen Futo, modeled after the coupe version of the AE86. Some say, it's not, it's the 87, it's this and that. This is what it's modeled after. It's the AE86 coupe, not the hatch. The hatch looks different, and even some of the coupes have the flip-up headlights. That's actually my favorite model, was the coupe, this model, but with the flip-up headlights. And it's definitely an awesome nostalgia type of a vehicle to have in your garage, especially if you've watched like Initial D or things along those lines. This is that car. It's just not that exact car. The one in Initial D is the hatchback version with the flip-up headlights. Then there's this coupe version with the flip-up headlights, and then there's this exact coupe version with these type of headlights. So as you see in there, you kind of got an aftermarket looking steering wheel. Pretty stock looking seats all in all, but you can change those into the red seat. I think actually you only get one red seat. It's a cool little car in my opinion. I really like this car. I've been a fanboy of this car since day one, and this is the car that I learned how to drift in too, so that's another big reason that I really like it. I'll never throw away the Futo. So next to the Futo, since it's hard for me to pan out all these vehicles out of scene, and we can actually show you the Futo in the background, we have the Fusillade. And the Fusillade is a very slippery vehicle. I mean, there's even people in the clutch kicking community that'll run this vehicle with a spoiler and no turbo. And yeah, it's you know, just goes to show you that there is a drift build, and it really comes into play when you're clutch kicking, for sure. More of a sporty looking vehicle in the interior here, as you can see. I think it's funny how they put in the manual transmission there in the middle, but there's no manual vehicles. That's, I don't know, kind of irks you a little bit, doesn't it? Especially us drifters. But definitely more of a sport. I'd say the only thing that looks aftermarket that would not come stock in this car in real life would be those pedals down there, and probably, you know, that hub on that boot on the shifter in general. But the pedals definitely look aftermarket. That's about it. Aside from that, This car is pretty basic, and there's not a lot for upgrades either, as you will see in the future. But so that brings us right over to here in this corner. And this one is another one that I'm a big fanboy of, the Ubermax Sentinel XS. This is just it's a BMW build, and I'm a major supporter of the BMW drift scene. I love that drift scene. I also love the AE86s. Like in real world, there's a few drift cars that I would love to own, and Nissan, BMW, and the AE86 platform. But this is a newer model, obviously, newer model. It's coupe. I think it's modeled after the, what would it be? Probably the M3 coupe of, it's the older model, but it's not the old model. It's not the brand new model either. Brand new M3s are sick. This is pretty much the exact same interior as the Fuselage over there. Actually, pretty much exactly the same, except we have a coffee in there. We got some Starbucks, alright? This is the car you take when you need a kick in the morning. And the Sentinel XS, like I said, a lot of fun. This is a cool car, a lot of fun. And some people don't like this car, and I'm probably thinking that's because it's not the best clutch kicking car. It is more of a grippy vehicle, a little more grippy of a setup, but definitely an awesome vehicle. The Vagero, the Declassa Vagero. This one was a shock to me in Does It Drift. I was like, wow, this is a crazy drift car right here. And it's definitely muscle as muscle comes. But you can turn this thing into the drift car, and she's nice and slippery. Inside you got the big gulp, looks like burger shot. Looks like you got like that leather pull, I don't know how to explain that. I know you guys recognize that if you've seen old cars though, where they're like indented with those little, I don't even know what they are, little button looking things. But yeah, it's like the same steering wheel that we have in the Futo there. Different logo, of course, because it's not a Karen car. This is a Declassa car. Aside from that, in the burger shot thing, looks like we also have a ticket to a concert. Probably Slipknot. Maybe Wolfheart. But needless to say, guys, this is an awesome drift car, and I know you guys would be digging this one if you have not built it yet. And that leaves the final car in the garage. We've went over all of them here. And by far the brightest stock vehicle in here, and I really like this stock color from this. Probably the one that I shafted the most in the Does It Drift series. And I didn't even really mean to do it, but I put a stickier tire compound on it, and I put the spoiler on it, and I didn't even mess with it. I just tested it that way, and that's how it was. And once I threw once I threw muscle tire compound on there, and we took that spoiler off, we threw the sport suspension on there. That's a good drifter, at least in the style of single gear drifting, and that's why she made it into the garage. So 6 cars that you can pick up on the street, all of which are great vehicles. The Ubermax Sentinel XS, the Declassa Vagero, the Imponte Ruiner. I had to think on what the brand name of that was. The Benefactor Schwartz, the Karen Futo. Come on, what is it? The Fuselage. Oh, the Shyster. God, how did I forget that? The Shyster. So close to Chrysler. How would I forget that? This is actually modeled after the Chrysler Crossfire. So, you guys have gotten your first garage tour, and I know this isn't the garage tour you guys want. And I do still have a garage that has a lot of drift vehicles in it, but it's not a full garage, and in time it should be a full garage. So, let's just wait a little bit before I give you my actual fully built drift car garage tour, and it should be right around the time that we're finished up with this, because this is only 6 episodes of drift builds. This episode here of the garage tour, and who the heck knows what else will be in this series. Yeah, I really don't know, but we'll probably move on with the series in some other way where we can make things happen. So I appreciate you all tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit the notification bell if you have not, because YouTube is screwing me. That's why I'm having to repost videos, if you're noticing that. I'm actually going to have to repost another one, How to Motocross Part 1, because it was demonetized, and I have no idea why. The problem is I'm not worried about demonetizing my videos for not getting the money. I only make like $1.20 off a dang video, you know, as like over a long period of time, so I make nothing off my videos. The problem is, that's not what I'm complaining about. The issue is once you get a demonetized video, they don't send any traffic over to your channel anymore, and your channel just stalls out at like 2 subscribers a day. I can't deal with that. I need to just delete it and then repost it, and then they don't demonetize it again. So it shows you how accurate they really are. And with that said, guys, I appreciate you all. I definitely do, and that's why we need to kind of move on with this Patreon thing, which you're going to be seeing in the upcoming days. I'm sick of talking about it. We need to really talk about it and let you guys know what's going on. And that's actually the video that I'm going to be going into Very next. Yeah, next. This is the next video I'm going to be going in to record, so we're going to explain everything. You guys can definitely keep your eyes and ears peeled out for that one. So, peeled out. Anyways, as always, you know I hope you stay happy. Stay positive, guys, especially in the comment section below. Please, please. And we will definitely speak to you next time.